Good morning. We are in Renton, just south of Seattle. It's raining, as it does in the Pacific Northwest. Left Portland last night, drove over here, got in very late. It was about a 3-hour drive, but here to work on Cirrus number 2. You can see this is a silver version, also a very sharp color. It's really starting to rain. I started with a no-rinse wash, got that done. Now we're gonna work on the underside. There's a lot of oil and exhaust, so we're gonna use the process. Let me show you what's going on here. So here we have TKS fluid dripping down. That's always annoying, so we'll clean that last, because if I clean this now, then it gets warm, the fluid expands, it drips out again. So usually don't clean that until last. So there's the power plant and the associated exhaust stream going out. You can really see it back there. So especially where it comes up over the vinyl, see how much exhaust these things put out. These turbos are worse than the naturally aspirated versions because a naturally aspirated engine, as you go up higher, so let's say you're at 17,000 feet, there's less air, so you adjust your fuel accordingly, so you're burning less fuel. With a turbocharged engine, you're cramming much more air into that engine so you can burn more fuel, produce more power, go faster. That's what it's all about. But you also have more fuel flow, more exhaust coming out. So that's why, if you're wondering why your turbo Cirrus always gets dirtier than your buddy with the non-turbo Cirrus, that's why. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with cleaning this. We're gonna start with a degrease to get all the oil off. So we're gonna use the citrus foam again, and then we'll use some of the magic sauce to dissolve that lead. Then we're gonna do a one-step paint correction, ceramic coating, and I got a flight to catch Monday morning at like 6 a.m. or something stupid early. So it is, it's Saturday morning now, so we got 2 days. Let's do this. So let's review our cleaning strategy again for the underside. So we have two different problems here. We have oil, which on the Cirrus tends to track more towards the middle of the fuselage, and then we have the lead deposits from the exhaust. Now, the oil is going to make the exhaust harder to clean because it covers it up with a protective film of oil. So what I'm going to do first is use the citrus cleaner in the foamer to remove anything that's loose and is willing to come off. So the oil is going to come off. A lot of the powdery end of the exhaust is going to come off as well. Not all of it, but a lot of it. But more than anything, I just want to do an initial gross decon. So remember, before you begin, gloves, eye protection, mask is ideal too. I'm not going to wear one right now because I'm talking. And you know, a creeper makes things easier. I also like to flag these antennas just so they're more visible. So when you're creeping, it's not this narrow metal thing, but it's rather a flag of masking tape. It's easier to see. But let's just start in this area here. We got a lot of exhaust, and then down here we have some oil. And I just want to show you how this citrus cleaner works. So the cool thing with using foam is that we're not spraying. There's a little bit of a draft going through here. And if I were to spray it, it'd end up everywhere, except for where I need it to. So we get our foam and just gonna lightly apply it. Not a huge amount of value in letting this sit for a long time. So I pretty much work my section here and get it applied. And then wipe it back off. Now, if this is all that we were going to do and we were satisfied with the results, you want to follow this up with no rinse. Soap is sticky, it attracts water. If this was coated, this part would basically be not coated because it has soap on it. Now, of course, it's not going to hurt the coating, but it is going to affect its performance for as long as it's on there. So let's say we were done with this, we would take our no rinse, spray some no rinse on, and use a clean towel to remove that soap residue. Then for the oil, same technique. If this plane was coated, you'd be surprised how much that oil you can get off with just using no rinse. It's honestly mostly the towel doing the work. So you'd spray some no rinse on, wipe it off. We're going to use the foam here. So same thing. Get some foam on the towel and just wipe. You can let it sit if you want, but in my experience it generally goes pretty fast. So just go around and get that oily residue off. If you have a lot of oil buildup, you may want to do this in layers. So once you saturate this towel with emulsified oil, go ahead and get a new towel and then go over everything again. And the next time, just don't wait as long to do this. But that's after a first pass, and then again we spray some no rinse on there. Most of that ended up in my face again because of that draft. That's why it's nice that A, we use foam, and B, no rinse is really mostly water and some soy polymers, so it's relatively safe. One of the things you notice is that as you get rid of that oil, the surface becomes a lot smoother, paradoxically. When your towel is grabby, you got a lot of oil on the surface mixed with exhaust. Once you get rid of that, it gets a lot smoother. So we got a lot of this stuff off, but it's still not perfect. It's not as excellent as it could be. And you can see it's actually still a little bit white, kind of cloudy, dull. So that's just more of that lead residue that's on there. Here it's clean, and you can see the nice metallic sparkle. So you could go back over it a few times with your favorite exhaust cleaning solution or citrus cleaner and just scrub, and eventually it'll come off. The problem is, of course, that you're gonna get scratches on the belly, and a lot of the paint correction we do on the bottom is to fix cleaning induced scratches. So that's where the Aviana sauce comes in. I don't think I want to call it magic sauce because it's not magic, it's science. Just gotta find the right chemical to get the right thing off with. You just wipe it on. See the color reaction. It has detected lead. It is going after the lead. Now this does benefit from sitting for a little bit, but if you have a lot of buildup, so imagine this buildup of lead, this is only working on the top of it. So that's why sometimes it does help to agitate it a little bit, just to kind of wash away the exhaust that's already dissolved and get new reagent to the surface where it needs to do its job. Sometimes a little spritz of no rinse helps that along. If you see that you're stalling on progress, you can always add a little bit more solution to it and just kind of massage it in, but you can see that that's just coming right off. Yeah, you really see very nicely that's just disappearing. I'm not pushing very hard, right? Like just making it come off. Now, of course, all this crap is still on the paint. And to remove that, we use no rinse, of course. But check out, watch what happens when I hit it with no rinse. So remember how I talked about how no rinse surrounds and kind of clumps up dirt? See that? Cool, huh? Really see that no rinse surrounding all the exhaust particles and breaking it up into much smaller, manageable chunks. So this is what's happening on your wing when we're just cleaning general dirt off. Then you take your least favorite microfiber towel and wipe it all up. Why least favorite? Because you don't want to, like, don't take this home. Don't wash this in your washing machine. we go. No scrubbing, and this is a lot of buildup that we just removed. Once it's coated, just use the citrus cleaner, no rinse. It should come clean. Like, you shouldn't have to do this every time, right? This is catch-up maintenance. So the wash is done. The belly took a little bit, but it's beautiful and clean. Now it's paint correction time. So I'm gonna do a one-step paint correction, go down the fuselage, wrap around, come back up, then do the underside, and then depending on where we are time-wise, we might do it again like the last one and actually just go ahead and polish the wings and then dedicate tomorrow to coating. If I finish the fuselage fast enough and I feel better, maybe I'll start coating that tonight and then we'll do the wings tomorrow. Either way, doesn't matter. It'll get done. So I'm gonna start paint correction and then we'll touch base once that's done. So sometimes I have difficulty showing you guys what these paint defects are that I'm working on. So like if you look up here, you see how there's, my headlamp isn't reflecting cleanly. It's kind of got fingers of light radiating off. Those are holograms, so that's from too aggressive buffing. Paradoxically, the haziness is because there's sanding marks left behind, which is from not enough buffing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape through these paint defects, correct half of it, and then you can see kind of a better before and after situation here. So we have sanding marks and holograms all over this general area. So I'm just going to tape across like this. Then we'll polish up here, and that should better show you the before and after. So again, here's before. We got holograms, sanding marks. Let's polish it, see what happens. So there's our tape line, and there's after. See how much cleaner this reflection is here versus here? That's what paint correction does for you, right there. Good morning. It is Sunday. I have a flight tomorrow, and it's like a 5:30 a.m. flight. I don't know why I booked that. That was not good thinking. Airplane is paint corrected everywhere except for the undersides of the wings, underside of the horizontal stabilizer. So I'm gonna knock that out here in the next hour, probably 2 hours, hour and a half, and then we're gonna start coating. I'll start coating the fuselage, get that done, get the underside, get out on the wings, do that underside, and then I'm done. Invariably, that will take all day. I don't know why, it just takes a really long time. So probably not gonna film a whole lot. You're probably gonna get more time lapses on this coating end, but yeah, we're gonna get started, finish polishing the underside, and then we'll be coating. Done. Looks awesome. I'm gonna clean up. The owner's gonna be here soon. Go over how to wash it, that kind of stuff. Get all my stuff packed up, and I gotta be at the airport at 4 a.m. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get you some beauty shots here. And if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe. I'm gonna start doing flying videos and that kind of stuff. So if you like airplanes, you should subscribe. And we'll see you at the next episode. Bye-bye.